Hi there, sweet friends. This is Tracy. I do quite a few wreaths, and a lot of my followers and people who watch the videos do like to see how I make the wreaths. So to bring you more content and to kind of help myself, I'm going to streamline my wreath videos. And so in this video, I'm going to share how I do my favorite base. Okay. And so this is how I mostly do every, base with the 21-inch mesh as well as the 10-inch mesh. So in my future videos, I will refer to this video here, and I'll have the link and everything so that people who may be just finding me, you can see how I make my wreath bases. Okay, my favorite mesh is this 21-inch burlap mesh. I like to get mine from Hobby Lobby, but I've also got it from Craft Outlet and different wreath sources. And I'm using a 14-inch wire frame, and that is my favorite size that I like to make for the wreaths that I design. So if I make a larger wreath, I'll just have to adjust my supplies as I need to. I am also using some color coordinated pipe cleaners. Since this is a burlap color, I'm using the tan pipe cleaners, and I get them mostly at Hobby Lobby. I like to get the larger pack, but I know there are other craft stores that have them as well as Craft Outlet and other maybe wreath sources. So I just kind of tell you where I get it, what works for me. Okay, so what I do is I usually start on a bar, and like where it kind of connects, and so then I go across just to give the middle some substance. So now here I'm making 8-inch poofs, and so I grabbed my ruler, just to make sure. Honestly, it was like almost to the dot, and it's just because I've made so many wreaths. The more you do it, the more you get good at it, and so that is why I am doing these wreath videos. That's why I share my wreath videos, because there are a lot of people that are always learning or want to learn to wreath make, and so I am trying to kind of share different things that works for me. So I do the inner ring first. I'll do 8-inch poofs, and then I will move to the outer ring. When I get to this point, I will move to the middle ring, and I will drop down and put one pipe cleaner and a 8-inch poof in there. Then I'll continue with the inner ring and do the rest of the 8-inch poofs. Then once I get to the when I come full circle, then I'll drop down to the outer ring and I'll make 10-inch poofs. So right now I have 14 pipe cleaners on this wreath. Okay, so then I usually use two 10-inch mesh the color really just depends on which what I'm going to be putting, what ribbons, what, if it's a seasonal thing or if it's an everyday thing. And so just for the purposes of this video, I am just showing you the wreath that I was working on. So these 10-inch mesh both came from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm going to cut out this mesh at 12 inches. I just measure it out on my mat. Sometimes I cut them together, but for the sake of this video, I'm just sharing how I cut 12 inches with one roll, and then I'm cutting 14 of each because I am putting the burlap with the snowball mesh, and as well as the olive green and the burlap mesh. I'm going to be putting both of those in each pipe cleaner. So what I do is I have some of these large clips, and that helps me hold the fold. And so what I do is I fold it over 2 times, I clip it, and then I will gather it in the middle to make like the ruffle. And so you can see here, I'll fold it over, I'll clip it, then I'll fold over the other side, then I'll gather it in the middle, and then I'll clip that together. And then it's going to, I kind of crisscross them to make them go into the pipe cleaners. I just kind of, make an X or a plus, or, just something like that. And depending on my mesh, it will depend on which one I want to be on top. And so for this one, I have the burlap with the snowball mesh on top, and then the olive green with the other one on the bottom. It's just depending on whichever wreath, if it's a seasonal wreath or if it's, like I said, everyday wreath, will depend on, But usually for the sake of this video, I am doing it all the same way. So I have 14 of these bundles in this wreath. Okay, so then now there is like 4 holes in each, just around the wreath, and I just go in between the mesh in the inner, in the middle ring, and I just put 2 more of the mesh, whichever I'm working with, and it just makes my wreath more full. It completes it, in my opinion, and so that's what I'm doing, just to fill in those 4 holes around this round wreath. So when I'm finished, I will have 18 pipe cleaners with 10-inch Deco mesh in. And so then now is when, just depending on which, what I'm doing as far as ribbons and seasonal, what sign I'm using and that kind of thing. But I wanted to give you an overview of what my Deco mesh wreaths look like, or what the bases look like, because that is one of my most asked questions. All right, guys, check out my page or my channel because I do have many more wreath tutorials. Y'all all have a great day. God bless.